What is the hardest shot at the Dunes Golf and Beach Club? Well, obviously if you've played here before, the second shot over the water on number 13, our famous Waterloo par 5, gets all the talk. That is the hardest shot out here. But we have another one that most people just don't even think about. It's the second hole. You've just come off a relatively straight par 4, number 1. You step up to the second tee and it's a 90-degree dogleg left par 4, which, as you can see behind me, the trees are growing over that dog leg. So it takes a little bit of a challenge to try and lay one out there, and there's a little bit of strategy involved. And for the better players, you're going to try and take it over the corner and leave yourself a nice little short iron into the green. You know, with this shot that we're talking about, how are we going to play this hole? The second hole, par 4. You see the bunker there, it's 235 yards off the tee. The smart play, and what most players should do, is just take a club that's fairly conservative, but play aggressively to a spot about 210, 215 yards off the tee, straight at that bunker. However, that'll leave you a long iron or even a wood or a hybrid into this par 4. So even though it's a smart play, sometimes it's not the one that's going to get you the best result as far as a score, but it is the smartest play to keep you out of those trees. I've watched time and time again amateurs step up here, take out driver, and hit a bullet right into those trees, and now they're making a triple bogey on the hole. So the smart play is to hit a 3-iron out there, or maybe a hybrid, about 215 yards, and lay it up short of that bunker. Well, as you can see with the 3-iron, this is a perfect layup just short of the bunker, and we have about 175 to 80 to the middle of the green. Currently the flag's in back, so that's a 185-yard shot. So for the average player, it's a smart play, but it is this long second shot in to make par. And next, if you want to be a little more aggressive, probably the play that I'd say 75% of the players try and do is either take a 3-wood or driver, and if you can draw the ball, that certainly helps. But they're going to try and take it over just the corner of these trees. Robert Trent Jones back in the 1970s even wrote a letter to the Dunes Club saying he believes the trees have outgrown the effectiveness. So obviously you have to hit the ball high, you have to hit it with a draw, and you have to be able to control that shot, or again, you're going to be in those trees making a double or triple bogey. As you can see, we've hit our 3-wood now. A little draw around the corner, perfectly placed even on the right side of the fairway, so it's actually a great angle into this green. The whole green opens up for us, and we have about 140 yards left. So really a solid 3-wood over that corner with a draw. This is the smart play for most players. And of course there's always a third option, and that's one that I always get trapped with, is taking driver and bomb it over the corner of the trees, even taking it way over the trees, aim for the green and hit a little fade back into the fairway. Now, with today's technology with clubs, higher lofts, launch angles are much higher. You know, there's shots that you have nowadays that you didn't have 20, 30 years ago, and that's going to be one that we'll show you, which is kind of a crazy play, and it's the high risk play, but the results can be wonderful with a wedge into the green. All right, we finally made it up to where the driver landed. As you can see, there's a little bit of luck involved here. It had to come through these trees, so sometimes you'll clip a tree, but the risk reward if you don't is a perfect lie with a wedge into the green, less than 100 yards. So if you're trying to get a score and you're trying to be aggressive, it's not the smartest play, but it can pay off a big reward. Well, as you can see, after we just hit 3 shots from a very difficult tee box, the need was there at some point to address the situation of, is it too extreme? Is that dog leg too extreme for the average player? Back in 2013, the Dunes Club went through a renovation, and we redid the greens with Champion Bermuda grass. Well, we also looked at some tee boxes, and Reese Jones came in, looked at this second hole and said, you know what, instead of removing trees, let's not cut down the trees, let's just add another tee box. So I'm currently standing on the new tee box on number 2, par 4, dog leg left, which now plays a soft dog leg left instead of a sharp 90-degree angle. So as you can see behind me, it offers up a lot more options for players to hit 3-woods or drivers straight off the tee with a little draw, and then you got a nice mid-iron into the green.